Hey there YouTube, France Hopper here. It's Wednesday, November 30th, and just in time for the end of November, we have November's Maido in a box. And we have a cool new box to check out too. So let's open it up. So before we open up volume 29, I do want to take a look at this new box design, because this is a pretty radical redesign that kind of has like that, I don't know, Los Angeles vibe or whatever you call that art style, but, you know, makes sense because that's kind of the area that Maido's in. I don't think this is a one-off box, even though this month is technically a special edition to celebrate the newest Kinokuniya location, the Santa Anita location, but this is a cool box design, and again, a very different box design from what we've seen in previous Maido boxes. It's actually quite heavy this month, too. I like how there's kind of a whole, to-do list on this notebook here. So you got, like, pick up daikon, as in daikon radish and carrots, clean fountain pen and pen bag. Always good to have clean pens, get a new converter, and like any, proper, you'd see, like, McDonald's call different things in anime, obviously a zebra sarasa is now a marasa. On the side, just got Maido in a box there. And on the back side, that's what we got now, hello.exe. So let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. 'Cause it looks like there might be some extra stuff on kind of the flaps here too. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh, this is definitely very full. So this is probably going to be difficult to show, but on one side of the box flap you got Kinokuniya locations, and on the other side you have Maido locations and more Kinokuniya locations, and we have things falling out of the box. Let me go grab that. Okay, now that that's fixed, let's take a look inside of the box for this month. So they did say that this box was going to be kind of just various art supplies and stuff. So it looks like for the Deluxe kit we have 2 extra items, water brush medium card thing, and looks like a paint set. So on the standard, you have a Maido tote bag. So now I have 2 Maido tote bags. And a Electrum notebook and a Blackwing pencil. Some returning things. Although, for how few things are listed on there, this is a lot more heavy than that would imply. So let's see what we actually have in here. No? Okay. All right. Maybe this is somewhat of a smaller box. So it looks like, 2 Deluxe items there. But we do have quite the goodies. Ooh, yeah, we're going to take a better look at that in a second there, because there's some cool stuff in there. And here is the standard kit with, the tote bag and nice notebook and pencil. And if we set that down, boy, they actually went all out on info on this box. So yeah, I think these are going to be our new box designs and not just a one-off. You got some fun facts in there that is going to be really, really hard to get to show up on the camera. Can we do it? Yes. Haha. So, first Kinokuniya has been around for nearly a century. I didn't realize it actually was a lumber and charcoal company first. Well, that's clever. It's also a clever thing to pivot into a bookstore after the Great Kanto earthquake. Nice. Maido's been around since 1988 in San Francisco. And we got a little bit of a blurb about Maido in a box there. Yep. Let me get my hand out of the way. All right, you know what? Let's do that. Haha. Let's just take out the whole wrapping paper, which you probably should have done in the first place. So yeah, pause if you want to read those facts there. And on the other side, if you've ever wondered what Maido means, it means that. Pause to read that. And, oh, hey, there's also a QR code and stuff there. Yeah. This is a cool new box design. I like this new box a lot. So here are our free extra goodies for the month. I am going to start, of course, with this because I can't stop geeking out over this. If you've never seen one of these, this is what's called an ex libris, or a book plate. And this is a beautifully done custom stamp for Maido. And basically what you would do with a book, as in like a physical one, you know, those things that you sometimes still carry around, and I have like 1,600 of, this is what you'd do to kind of denote who owns the book. So you'd get a big stamp pad, you know, ink this all up, and you'd press it into the front cover or first page of the book, and this little spot here is kind of like where you'd put your name. So very cool. I've actually not seen a proper stamp one of these in a very long time, so I am loving that that's a thing. That said, I do think this ink block is going to be a little bit small for that, but we do have a VersaFine Onyx Black stamp ink pad there. We have another sticker. I am loving actually kind of these stickers that Maido's been coming out with lately. And we have 2 pins, one for Maido, and actually they're both for Maido. Ha, I lied. Yeah, so this box is actually kind of interesting because the Kinokuniya Santa Anita store that opened actually replaced a Maido store that was in the same shopping center. I think the 2 stores are actually on the same floor, and the Kinokuniya that opened a couple of weeks ago is kind of a joint Kinokuniya and Maido as just like a larger combined space. Our ink of the month is from Sailor's Manu series, and it's interesting that this is called Hinoki, because this is certainly not the color that I would think of with Hinoki. Hinoki is commonly referred to as like a Japanese cypress. I think it's actually a varietal of cypress, but it's a very beautiful wood. It smells fantastic, and if you go to Japan, it's used in a lot of onsens, or hot springs. So it's interesting that this is kind of a, I'd say, Portland grayish blue, kind of the weather outside right now. But yeah, some nice extra goodies. Let's see what we got in the standard kit. And here's what we have for the standard kit, minus Gigi in the background, cat not included. But we do have a Blackwing matte blending pencil. This has shown up in a couple of Maido unboxes before. It's just a nice solid pencil that you can use. And then we have a Lecturum sketchbook. These are always very nice, high quality books. They're always definitely heavy. This is like deceptively heavy. It's a proper book. This A5 medium size. I do kind of wish it was lined, but you know, if you need a sketchbook, this will get you covered, and it's a nice kind of like, I'd say, red wine color. And then we of course have the tote bag for this month's box, and kind of the highlight of this month's box. And this is a good size, pretty thick, like heavy tote bag. Like this thing, this is going to be able to take a beating. It's going to last a long, long time. That is a very, very, very nice bag. And since I conveniently have it kind of right behind me here, as a reminder, this is what the first Maido in a Box tote bag looked like. So yeah, that's a bit of an upgrade, and certainly a lot more storage space. But This is a nice bag for, you know, just carrying notebooks and stuff around. But yeah, that is a very nice bag, and again, it's got some weight to it. So let's take a look at those 2 extra items for Deluxe next. And here are our 2 extras for the Deluxe kit, which is essentially a watercolors set and brush to go with it. So from Pentel, we have the Aquash Mini Water Brush. I do believe we've had one of these in a previous box. I think it was one that was watercolored theme. But we have from Winsor and Newton a Cotman watercolor tin paint set. This is rather heavy and very nice. And if we open it up, looks like it's a triple fold there. So that is what it looks like. You have a whole bunch of different paint colors there to use. Let's see if I can get you a better look at those at all. You've got you know, yellow, orange, red, just like, you know, all the colors you could possibly need. And I'm still awful at painting, and it's a shame that I will probably never actually use that, because that's a nice paint set. And so that is kind of everything that we have for this month's box. It's certainly one that, as far as item count goes, you know, this is one of the smaller boxes, but I think the quality of the items that we have for this month certainly makes up for, you know, there only being a few of them, because I think this is a nicely curated box. And to be honest, I was a little worried that we weren't going to have one for this month because this was announced so late. And again, this is kind of a special edition one to celebrate the new Santa Anita store, but it is canon as volume 29. So there you have it. That is November's box. I'm kind of expecting December's is going to be holiday themed or such. We'll see if it's maybe a, you know, build your own greeting cards thing again, but by the time that would come out, it would be build your own New Year's cards, which is, you know, a very traditional Japanese thing, but maybe not as common here in the U.S. I mean, I'll still put out a Christmas card to family and friends every year, but I can't say I've ever done New Year's cards. But there you have it. That's volume 29. I will see you, hopefully, next month for whatever we have in store for volume 30. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.